Okay, so I'm going to walk downstairs. I'm going to walk around a little bit. How you doing? Look at that one. I'm hitting that. She doesn't know what that means yet. So that's good. So there's chickens everywhere. Not everywhere. I mean, quite frankly, there were more chickens in Kauai than there are here. But they seem, they'll hang out for a little bit. And then if I get too close, they're probably like, whoa, this guy's going to eat me. He's going to turn me into cowpad guy. So this is part of Malie's land here. This is where I think, or not I think, this is where I know, there used to be potatoes. And so she's basically flattened all this, and she's in the process of flattening the land a little bit more. So there's the house. And I got to figure out if that satellite dish actually works. Honey, does the satellite dish work? Satellite? TV? Oh, okay, so it doesn't have the box. That's standard. So it's about 5 p.m., so about an hour and a half away from sunset. Oh, look at that. Can you guys see that tower right there? What up, cell service? How you doing? Yeah. I'm getting direct 3G on that baby. 128 kilobits a second minimum. So this is kind of neat. It actually, you know what stinks is that, I obviously had the technology back then, but I didn't. And then I think YouTube had just started. In fact, I remember it was like this website that said broadcast yourself. And I signed up for an account and then never used it. So that was back in like 1999, 2000, 2001 when I was down in my house in Mexico. And so anyway, I bring that up because this kind of reminds me of that. Because, arguably it's in the middle of nowhere. And so it's pretty cool. And I'm trying to figure out, there are plots of land near this. And so there are other people farming. And then there's the big lake over there. There's the dam that's over there. Hopefully we'll take a walk over to that. I've told Malie that we should walk at least 5 kilometers a day because, man, when I was staying down in Pattaya, I would walk like 20 kilometers a day and lose about 1 pound a day. And so that would be really nice if I could do that here. I have a couple of stills that she sent me, and then probably the sun's in your eyes right now, but I'll pan past this pretty quick. But this is this, and I tell you, man, you want to talk about doing a good job as far as like foundation and making it last. This is a fence that they've been putting in, and she's basically going to put this around the entire property, sort of. I told her that you really don't need to put it around where the farm is. Just keep it down here on this part of the property. This whole property is 8 rai. And so that's about 1.6 acres. Actually, I said it was 1.7. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It is 3.5 acres, I think. I'll do the calculation and put the numbers in the bottom there. But yeah, this is pretty neat. I need to ask her, actually, what her plans are with this big hole. Because she purposely had this dug. And there's another farmer over there. He's tilling to his, I believe, tomatoes is what he's got. And he's got a pretty good amount over there, actually. And then it just goes right all the way, the land goes all the way down to the lake. So we'll end up cruising down there. But it's awesome, man. The moon's out. I know the GoPro doesn't zoom in much. But it's always sort of interesting to me when I'm walking around and I'm the only thing making noise. Another shot of the house over there. And, standard Thai style, right? Like, so it's on, living the dream. It's on the, on stilts and stuff, and then house is upstairs. It's basically like a studio, if you will. There is the porch, and then like where the bed and kind of there's a I'm so tired. But anyway, so the part to the left, which she had put in there, behind the water tower, is the bathroom, as well as the sort of area where she's got her washer dryer. I was talking with Jordan, one of the guys I worked with the other day, and he's saying, yeah, you know, you watch these international house shows, right? And they have, they talk about how you have the washer dryer, because it's one machine. It washes and it dries, just like it should be. Oh, you know what? So that's cool. Those windows there, they actually pop out. We can get some cross vent. And I think it looks like there are screens there. So that's going to be one of the next things I'm going to do. I'm going to do that and get some cross vent. It is absolutely not windy right now. It's incredibly still, the air. And so normally, I think Monday through Saturday, she would have trucks and things, and she's planting, and she's got some mango trees, she's got a banana tree that she's planted. She's got some durian trees that she's planting. She's going to plant some jackfruit. So I got to tell you, man, she's an impressive little Thai lady. And anyway, so she's been flattening all this to kind of get it, you know, high, and so that it would run down. And the nice thing about the wall there is that it actually won't negatively affect the neighbor's crops, because it's not like all the water from here will run down and unnecessarily irrigate his tomatoes negatively. But there he is, tilling to his crops. Interesting. Yeah, it's kind of cathartic, I suppose. It's nice and relaxing. And and I'm also exhausted. So, anyway, greetings from Nakhon Ratchasima. And hope you guys are enjoying it. I know I am. It's pretty chill. And I remember when I first met Malie, and she goes, "Oh yeah, I have this car at home." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." So, you know, I'm thinking naturally in my mind, I summed her up, and I thought, okay, well, this chick's got no money. And so then she's like, "Oh yeah, I'll pick you up at the airport." So she picks me up in this truck, and I'll show a picture of her actually standing next to it. One of the first times after she picked me up and we came back to the hotel, and she's standing next to it. I mean, this truck dwarfs her, and it's not the world's biggest truck for sure. It's not lifted or anything, but it's a Hilux by Toyota. So basically, it's basically a Tacoma, 4-door Tacoma, but it's got tons of room in it. And I even drove it. I'm so proud of myself. I drove a right-hand drive car, so you drive on the left around here, and it's a stick shift. So that was a pretty big deal. And as I drive around, I always, in my mind, I've got this constant mantra going, which is on the left, on the left, on the left, on the left. Because if I come up to an intersection and I turn the wrong way, bad things can happen. So there's just so much here that's like just kind of neat. So you can probably see the power lines, right? So everything is 220 around here. And that's sort of, I'll tell you, it's incredibly efficient, of course, because you need less current and smaller motors and smaller wire. And I just dig it. I asked if there were any power outages, and she said there was one 3 or 4 days ago, I think, when it rained, a tree fell on the wires. She goes, yeah, it took them like 6 hours to replace it. And again, you know, you compare this to Mexico, and 6 hours is pretty darn good turnaround time for being out in farmland in Thailand. So anyway, here's some of those trees that I was telling you about. Right, they look like bushes right now, but they're planted, and I guess she needs to irrigate them. So I'll figure out, like, do you put in an irrigation system, or do you just pay a guy 100 baht to do that during the day? So anyway, so here's my chickens, my buddies down here. And then this is sort of very common. You have like a area underneath the house. You need to figure out what to do with this. Good news is it's definitely high enough. You know, I mean, I'm 6'2", and so when I extend my hand, this is probably about 8, 9 feet. So easily able to park your car underneath here, as well as stand up. And yeah, and there's a new bathroom there, so that was pretty easy to extend. So that's cool. And then yeah, it's an adventure, and it's all part of living the dream. Because I got to tell you, I truly believe it. If you're not living the dream, you're doing it wrong. And this is living the dream. This is experiencing Thailand for sure. Love you guys. Ciao.